Hello everyone. Welcome back to Learn English in 30 Days. I'm Daniel, and today we're doing something very simple, very relaxed, and honestly very real. We're just going to talk about daily life routines because a lot of people think ordinary life is boring, but when you really pay attention, daily routines actually say a lot about who we are, how we think, what stresses us, what motivates us, and how we spend our time every single day. And of course, I'm not alone today. Sophie is here with me as always.
Hello, everyone. I'm really excited about today's episode because I think routines are interesting in a strange way. Most people wake up and repeat similar habits every day without even thinking about them deeply. We all have little patterns, little habits, small rituals in the morning, during work or school, at night before sleeping. And those small things slowly shape our entire lives.
Exactly. People usually imagine routines as something boring, but routines actually control almost everything. The way you start your morning affects your mood, your energy, your productivity, and even your confidence for the rest of the day. Some people wake up peacefully, stretch, drink coffee, and prepare slowly for the day, while others wake up in pure panic because they pressed the snooze button 5 times, and now they're already late.
Honestly, I used to be that second person for years. My mornings were complete chaos. I would sleep too late, wake up tired, rush to get ready, skip breakfast, and leave the house already stressed before the day even properly started. And the worst part is that when your morning begins badly, the rest of the day somehow feels heavier too.
That's so true. I think mornings are powerful because they create momentum. If your morning feels organized, calm, and productive, there's a higher chance your entire day will feel better. But if your morning starts with stress, loud alarms, missed calls, and rushing around, your brain already feels exhausted before noon.
Exactly. And it's funny because people online always show these perfect morning routines where they wake up at 5 in the morning, meditate, exercise, journal, drink healthy smoothies, read books, and somehow look amazing immediately after waking up.
Meanwhile, most normal people wake up confused and tired, searching for their phone charger while wondering why life is so difficult.
Exactly. Real life is very different from social media routines. Most people are simply trying their best to survive the day while balancing work, school, family responsibilities, financial pressure, stress, and exhaustion. That's why I think realistic routines are more interesting than perfect routines, because they reflect actual human life.
I completely agree. So let's talk honestly about our real routines. For example, my alarm usually rings around 6:30 in the morning, but mentally not truly awake until at least 7. The first thing I do is stare at the ceiling for a few minutes, questioning every decision I've ever made.
That is painfully relatable.
Then eventually grab my phone, check the time, check messages, and honestly, sometimes that's already a mistake because suddenly your brain becomes overloaded with notifications before you even leave your bed.
That's actually something many people struggle with now. Phones became the first and last thing people see every day. Before sleeping, people scroll for hours, and immediately after waking up, they start checking social media, emails, messages, and news. Our brains almost never get silence anymore.
Exactly. And I notice that when I start my day by immediately checking social media, my mind feels distracted much faster. Instead of beginning the day calmly, I instantly enter comparison mode, information overload, and stress.
That's why I've been trying recently to avoid my phone during the first 30 minutes of the morning. I'm not always successful, but when I manage to do it, my mornings feel calmer. I wake up, drink water, open the window, breathe fresh air, and slowly prepare myself mentally for the day instead of immediately consuming information online.
That sounds healthier, honestly. After checking my phone, I usually go straight to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, and try to wake myself up properly because I'm absolutely not a morning person. Some people wake up full of energy and positivity, but I need time before my brain becomes functional.
Same here. Don't talk to me too much during the first 30 minutes after I wake up because my brain is still loading.
Exactly. Then eventually, I make coffee, because honestly, coffee feels less like a drink and more like emotional support at this point.
That's so true. I genuinely don't understand how some people function without coffee. The smell alone already feels comforting in the morning.
And there's something peaceful about early mornings sometimes, especially before the world becomes noisy. Streets are quieter, the air feels fresh, and for a short moment, everything feels calm before responsibilities begin.
I actually love that part of the morning too, even though waking up is difficult. Early mornings sometimes feel hopeful in a strange way because every morning feels like a new opportunity to start again, improve something, or fix something that stressed you yesterday.
That's a beautiful way to describe it. After breakfast and coffee, I usually start preparing for work, and honestly, getting ready every single day becomes such an automatic routine. Shower, clothes, bag, keys, wallet, headphones. It's almost like the body memorizes the sequence without thinking anymore.
Exactly. Humans are creatures of habit. Even small routines become automatic after repeating them long enough. That's why habits are so powerful, because eventually they stop requiring motivation. They simply become part of your normal life.
And honestly, commuting to work or school is a whole experience by itself. Some people drive, others take buses or trains, and everybody looks tired in the morning.
Morning public transportation is actually fascinating because nobody wants to talk. Everybody is silently staring out windows, listening to music, checking phones, or mentally preparing themselves for the day.
Exactly. And sometimes you can almost feel collective exhaustion in the air.
Especially on Monday mornings.
Monday mornings feel personal. The universe specifically wants everyone to suffer together. Then work begins, and depending on the job, the day can either pass quickly or feel incredibly long. Some days are productive and motivating, while other days feel endless. You look at the clock thinking hours passed, but somehow only 12 minutes went by.
That happens to me all the time. And I think one of the hardest parts of adulthood is doing things consistently even when you don't feel motivated. As children, many people imagine adults always knowing exactly what they're doing. But in reality, most adults are just trying their best while feeling tired most of the time.
That's such a real statement. Nobody truly has everything figured out. Everybody is learning while moving forward. Some people simply hide their confusion better than others.
Exactly, and work itself can affect people mentally in huge ways. A good environment can motivate you, while a toxic environment can completely drain your energy and confidence.
That's why work-life balance matters so much. If your entire life becomes only work and stress, eventually burnout happens. People need moments to relax, laugh, spend time with family or friends, enjoy hobbies, and disconnect mentally.
That's something I'm still learning, honestly, because sometimes I become so focused on responsibilities that I forget to enjoy small moments. But life is happening right now, not only in the future after everything becomes perfect.
Exactly. And evenings are interesting because they feel completely different from mornings. In the evening, people return home mentally exhausted. Some people cook dinner, others order food, some watch movies, some exercise, some spend time with family, and others just collapse into bed immediately.
After long days, even small comforts feel important. Taking a shower, eating warm food, removing uncomfortable clothes, lying in bed. Those simple moments feel amazing after stressful days.
Absolutely. And nighttime conversations also feel different somehow. People become more honest at night because the world slows down. During the day, everyone is busy performing responsibilities, but at night, people finally relax emotionally.
That's true. Nighttime is when people start reflecting about life, relationships, goals, mistakes, dreams, and emotions they ignored during busy hours. That's probably why deep conversations happen more often late at night.
And then suddenly, it becomes midnight. You tell yourself you'll sleep early tonight, but somehow, you're still watching videos or thinking deeply about life at 1 in the morning.
And the funniest part is that every night people promise themselves tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow I'll sleep early. Tomorrow I'll be productive. Tomorrow I'll organize my life, and then somehow the exact same chaos repeats again.
That cycle is universal, honestly.
But I think there's something comforting about routines too, because even when life feels messy, routines create stability. Small daily habits remind people that life continues, progress continues, and every day is another chance to improve slowly.
Exactly. People often underestimate small progress because they focus too much on huge achievements. But real life changes usually happen slowly through daily habits repeated consistently over time.
And honestly, I think people should stop pressuring themselves to have perfect lives or perfect routines. Life is already difficult enough. Sometimes simply waking up, trying your best, completing your responsibilities, and surviving stressful days is already an achievement.
I completely agree with that. Everyone is fighting battles nobody else fully sees, so people should be kinder to themselves. Growth doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes, growth simply means continuing even when life feels heavy.
That's such a beautiful way to end this conversation, honestly.
And I think that's the perfect place to stop today's episode.
Thank you everyone for spending time with us today and listening to our conversation about daily life routines. We hope this episode felt relaxing, comforting, and relatable.
Take care of yourselves, rest when you need to, and remember that small daily habits shape your future more than you realize.
We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.